morning, children. Hope all of you have studied the previous topic. In the previous class, we have discussed about gender division, sexual division of labor, feminist movements, and the advantages of feminist movements. Today, we will discuss about the two other important points related to Indian women. First one about the discriminatory practices against Indian women. And next one about women's political representation. Now come to the topic. In our country, women still lag much behind men despite some improvement since independence. Ours is a patriarchal society. Note the point, ours is a patriarchal society. Then what do we mean by patriarchal society? Patriarchy, literally ruled by father. What is the meaning of patriarchy? Ruled by father. This concept is used to refer a system that values men more and gives them power over women. This concept is used to refer a system that values men more and gives them power over women. So, patriarchal society means male-dominated society. Our Indian society is a male-dominated society. Our Indian society is a patriarchal society. Women in India are still discriminated and oppressed. How? Let's discuss. First one about literacy rate. First point, literacy rate. If we look at the literacy rate, it is only 54% compared with 76% among men. If we look at the literacy rate, it is only 54% compared with 76% among men. Similarly, a smaller proportion of girl students go for higher studies. Why these scenarios are happening? Because here the parents are willing to spend more money on their boys' education rather than on the girls' education. Next point is related with job. The proportion of women among the highly paid and valued jobs is still very small. On an average, Indian woman works 1 hour more than an average man every day. Yet much of her work is not paid and therefore often not valued. So, the proportion of women among the highly paid and valued jobs is still very small. That is second point. Third point is related with remuneration or salaries. The Equal Remuneration Act 1976 provides that equal wages should be paid to equal work. What is Equal Remuneration Act? The Equal Remuneration Act 1976 provides that equal wages should be paid to equal work. But this is not coming to practice. However, in almost areas of work from sports and cinema to factories and field, women are paid less than men, even when both do exactly the same work. Next, about the female foeticide. In many parts of India, parents prefer to have sons and find ways to have the girl child aborted before she is born. Such sex selective abortion led to a decline in child sex ratio. So, in many parts of India, parents prefer to have sons and find ways to have the girl child aborted before she is born. Such sex-selective abortion led to a decline in child sex ratio. Then, what is child sex ratio? It is the number of girl children per 1000 boys. Number of girl children per 1000 boys. According to the 2011 census, the child sex ratio is 914. But this ratio has fallen below 850 or even 800 in some areas. So the situation are being worst. Next point is unsafe condition. There are reports of various kinds of harassment, exploitation and violence against women. Urban areas have become particularly unsafe for women. They are not safe even within their own home from beating, harassment and other forms of domestic violence. So, to prevent such situation, government introduced Domestic Violence Act. Our next topic is about women's political representation. Let us now find out the role of women in Indian politics. In India, the proportion of women in legislature has been very low. The percentage of elected women members in Lok Sabha has never reached even 12% of its total strength. So what is the status of women in Lok Sabha? It has never reached even 12% of its total strength. Their share in the state assemblies is less than 5%. So what is the status of women in the state legislative assemblies? It is less than 5%. In this respect, India is among the bottom group of nations in the world. See the graph. In the government, cabinets are largely all male, even when a woman becomes the chief minister or the prime minister. Then how this problem will be solved? One way to solve this problem is to make it legally binding to have a fair proportion of women in the elected bodies. It means reserve seats for women in the elected bodies. In the Panchayati Raj system, 1/3 of seats in the local government bodies in Panchayat and municipalities are now reserved for women. Now there are more than 10 lakh elected women representatives in the rural and urban local bodies. But this is not coming to practice in the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assembly. This reservation system is only applicable to the local government bodies. So, now also the number of women representatives in the Lok Sabha and state legislative assembly is very low. To solve this problem, there should be a reservation of seats in the Lok Sabha and state legislative assembly for women. So, women organization and activists have been demanding similar reservation of system like in the Panchayati Raj system. That is, reservation of at least 1/3 of seats in the Lok Sabha and state assemblies for women. There is a bill regarding this reservation of seats for women in the Lok Sabha and the state assembly known as Women Reservation Bill. But the bill is still pending. In short, we need to take more efforts to get equal status for women in all sectors. Then only we can have a healthy and prosperous society. Let me conclude today's session. I hope all of you have understood the content clearly. For your reference, I have uploaded the URL. Go through it. Notes are also attached along with this. Take it down. A test question paper is also there. Try it yourself. Thank you.